Call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Merriman.
Here.
Mr. Mattern.
Here.
Dr. Scarpone.
Present.
Fiscal Officer Ms. Morrison is absent. Solicitor Mr. Lynn.
Present.
Mayor Mike Petrella.
Present.
Administrator Mr. Kasegi.
Present.
Mr. DeStefano.
Here.
Mr. Spence here. Mrs. Dameron.
Here.
Will everyone please stand for a moment of silence in the pledge? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Council, we would need a motion to approve the minutes from our last council meeting, May 1st, 2025.
Hang on a second.
Oh, I forgot.
Can I get a motion to appoint Randy Spence as administrator and/or clerk for this meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence, yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Sorry about that, Mr. Clerk. Now can I have a motion to approve the minutes from our last council meeting, May 1st, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence, yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Abstain.
Is there anyone wishing to appear before council this evening? Did that young lady raise her hand over there? Oh, I was just checking. All right. Moving along. I'll turn it over. Do we have any ordinances? Yes, I'll turn it. Oh, we have one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Turn it over to Mr. Lynn for our ordinances.
I believe we'll be moving this. We're going to have 3 other ordinances tonight, so the number will be changed. So this would probably be, I think, ordinance number 2025-14, if I'm correct, Jesse?
Yes.
So this would be ordinance 2025-14, an ordinance providing for amending and revising the appropriations of expenditures for the Village of Wintersville for the calendar year 2025 and declaring an emergency.
So you need a motion to suspend the rules on 2025-14?
Yes, sir.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence, yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Motion to approve ordinance number 2025-14.
Second. Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence, yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
All right. Moving on to our announcements. Steel Valley Antique Car Club, the car show will be this Sunday, May 18th. It's from 2 to 6 at Indian Creek High School.
Typo.
Our 2025 Summer Parks program starts June 23rd, runs through August 1st, Monday through Friday. That's at Walnut Street Park, 9 to 1 p.m. Ages 5 through 13 are welcome. Anyone under the age of 5 must be accompanied by a parent. Our 2025 spring bulk pickup will be the first 4 Mondays in June. If your trash is normally picked up on a Tuesday, you are Monday, June 2nd. If your trash is picked up on Wednesday, you will be Monday, June 9th. If your trash is picked up on Thursday, you will be picked up on June 16th. And if you are Friday, you will be June 23rd. That's it for our announcements. Moving on to reports and communications, Mr. Laukert.
Yes, Mayor. Thank you. Robert Laukert, your representative to several agencies associated with the village. Tonight I'll be talking about the meeting I attended today at Steel Valley Transit. Overall, the expenses compared to the same period a year ago are appreciably increased, and basically it's because of the fact there has not been any transmission of funding from the state to compensate for the expenses that have been incurred. So that money could be used for that type of endeavor. The overall ridership across the board is decreased for the same period of time. Nothing could be attributed to that other than this time of the year, weather-wise. Other than that, the system is still doing well financially, and it's sound, no question. The possibility, the near future, the 5 new buses that have been ordered and are being paid under a grant provision, and some money provided by the system is coming to fruition, and he's anticipating sometime between now and the early fall that the new buses will be here, and then they have to be modified with regard to internal camera system. And there has been a suggestion that the new camera system to be put into the buses, and that will also be incorporated into the structure outside the buildings and inside where needed, should be done by hopefully one organization as opposed to 2 different entities. So that's going to be the cameras system that will be put in, be paid for by grant. So that's a big factor. So the new buses, projection-wise, is really looking good, and it'll be a benefit because we have several buses that are really aged, and we will use those down the road for emergency use, picking up customers or transit where needed, and also parts. And that's what they do with the old buses. They remove parts and use them where needed in the current system, bus system that we have operational. It's been very effective over the last several years because we have a tremendous maintenance department with the service, and they're highly capable people of utilizing those parts and that. Overall, the Adams Street location across, that's still pending with regard to the state of Ohio Department of Energy looking at the report on the wells in the area of that site on Adams Street. And I can't tell you why. Our consultant in Columbus has done well with regard to providing all the information and the studies concerning the inspection of the wells in the area. So that's pending on that. Bus wash, the power press, power washing system, I'm sorry. It's been in the works for a while, and a Richmond organization has provided information with regard to a quote in the area of $11,000, almost $12,000, and the new system will be used by employees of Steel Valley to clean the buses and do it effectively, as opposed to the other quotes we've had outside the bus system of over $200,000 for the same subsystem to clean the buses. So that'll be good with the new buses and all that. Other than that, there was a new board member by the name of, I think, Lisha Green. She's appointed by the mayor of Steubenville, and she's taking the place of the former director, Sue Hogue, who retired. Other than that, generally speaking, financially, the system is in good shape. As far as Financially, there's no problems there. There's money pending with regard to receipt of funds from ODOT and the federal funding system that's available, where one draw has been made this year. So financially, there's money from the government, plus operational expenses by the local people utilizing the bus service. The fares are within the norm, but the overall purchase of passes have been extremely well received by the citizens and the students up at the university. Other than that, just waiting for the new bus service, and it'll be publicized with regard to photographs of the buses, and shows all the updated factors beneficial to the community now. Anything else? Nothing else right now.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Laukert.
Thank you.
Charlene?
Good evening, Mayor and council members. I'll add Bob, as he was talking about the bus wash. We did get a quote, and we were happy with it, from Diamond Specialized. It quoted, talked about hose, the water softening system, the chemical tanks, gallons, over 55 gallons of water and all that. But the only thing, our legal counselor, he said it told a lot, but it still wasn't enough, he thought. So he's going to get in touch with them, and he feels like we need a bill of sale contract. And also, we need an estimate completion date for it. And then for the Fuel Master, we hooked it up. We thought it was up and running, and found out it was not recording. So it was a compliance issue with that. So we got an estimate from a company in St. Clairsville, Ohio, and our legal counselor looked over that paperwork, and he thought it wasn't enough, so he's going to send them information. He thinks we need more before we agree with that. Also, our electronic fare boxes, for some reason, they're still not in yet. We don't know why, but they're not in yet. And we have this Go Bus. We don't understand it. They're trying to get us involved. It's a 40-foot bus, and they want Still Valley to be one of the places as the transit centers that it will stop, like it will come through Columbus, Zanesville, Cambridge, stop here, and then retrack. So we have to vote on that, but we also need more information. They're going to come down here soon and have a meeting with Still Valley with more information on it. Other than that, I think that covers everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charlene. On to the mayor's report. I will keep it short. As everyone knows, or probably saw, that we landed the Caddis Road grant, loan, and match money. I just want to thank Jesse, thank all the council members for approving all of that, Quixel Engineers, Senator Chavez, our state rep Ron Ferguson, Jefferson County Commissioners, everyone, all the business owners that wrote letters of support, everyone played a very key role. We've been working very hard to make sure we found this funding. So great job, especially Jesse. Great job, Jess. Council, quick reminder that starting in June, July, and August, our meetings will be the first Thursday. We will only have one meeting a month. And lastly, all I have is everyone have a safe Memorial Day and try to remember what that day actually means. I will turn it over to Jesse for the administrator's report.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it. Mistake on my report, May 1st. I apologize for that. Crack sealing has been in full swing. We had to order some more product, so we should be done in the next week or two we should be done by next week on Main Street, and we're going to do some other streets as well. The new picnic tables that we got through the JB Green Team grant were delivered. They were set up. 2 of them are going to be at the dog park. That's going to be 2 picnic tables with umbrellas. 1 is going to be at Walnut Park, and 1 picnic table only will be at the gazebo on Winters Drive. No umbrella because it'll be underneath the gazebo. Those are really nice. Austin put those up in his guys the other day. Terrace Avenue lift station has been getting some repairs. Teddy and his crew's been down there all week long. The grinder pump we're going to have to get rebuilt. These are things that happen. They run 24/7, so we'll be getting that rehabbed. Also, there were 2 pumps damaged after the storm that came through last couple weeks ago. AEP did some wiring up on the pole, which caused a issue with our pumps. I talked with Frank from AEP. We're going to file a claim to have those pumps. We're getting those pumps replaced as we speak. We're going to file a claim since they were wired wrong, and AEP and TS Electric was aware of the wiring issue. We'll get that taken care of, not a problem. I'll keep you posted on that. Kleppner Plumbing has been going through doing installations and getting things set up for the rest of the meters. They're self-sufficient. We had some issues with our sink equipment. That's getting looked at through Core and Main, not a problem there. They also did repairs at the restrooms at the dog park and on Walnut Park. That has been all replaced, taken care of. There was some plumbing issues up here in the men's and women's bathrooms. That has been repaired. Thank you to them. Yesterday and today, our audit, the auditors came in. They were here all day yesterday, all day today till 4 o'clock. They're done. They got everything they needed. What saved us money is they will send a list of what they need. So that's less that they have to do, less that they have to pull. Reports. Pardon me?
That was quick.
Yeah, it was real quick. Yeah.
That's impressive.
Before they used to set up shop for 6 months over here, but that's not the way that it is. It's a biannual audit. We pull all their requests, which saves us money, because if that's less that they have to do. Their findings so far on 24, I won't quote it, but I'm going to say it's pretty much perfect for 24. 23, there were a couple issues, but that was before Melanie came here. But we'll have a full report within, I would say, less than 3 weeks. Everything went pretty smooth. And we'll get the total cost on that as well, which we're going to save money because we pulled all the stuff that they wanted. As the mayor said, Caddis Road is going to get busy coming in the next year. I had a meeting today with BHJ and Jefferson County Engineer's Office on projects that are coming through. Next year, probably around May, June is when they're going to start the sidewalks. They should be done by the school opening for year 26. They've already done surveying, pre-planning. That's been a process that's been going. So when they rehab the sidewalks and intersections, that's not going to have any issue with the water line that's going to be put in, because the water line runs on the westbound lane towards the middle of the passing lane and curve lane, if that makes sense. So it's nowhere near the sidewalk, so we're going to have no issue there. But it's going to get busy. There's going to be a lot of things going on for the next 12 months down there. July 1st, the week of, is when we sign our papers for OPWC small government for the water line and repaving project. I will know everything by that time, and we'll have a timeline on everything that's going to get done. As we said, that road, the water line, 1 mile of road, 10 fire hydrants, the school zone lights and signage will all be updated or rehabbed. We'll get more on that. Now the line goes from the intersection of Kroger's westbound, and it stops at Park Drive and goes up towards Park Drive. We're not going up towards Park Drive. We're going to end at Park Drive, because in 1955, Big Lots wasn't there, and that plaza was not there yet. So that's where it stopped and went up to the school and kind of branched off. Now, I talked with the engineers about possibly extending that line from where it ends at Park Drive through Caddis Road to the other side, to the corporation limit side. So we're going to get a price on that, because Big Lots, Murray's, and the old car wash, which is a storage place, are on county water and sewer. They've been like that for 30-some years because there was no water access back in the day. It just stopped at what would be the new high school at the time. So we're going to see what we can do to extend that line about, I think it's going to be about 600 to 900 feet to the corp sign for future, we're going to look at that. So there's going to be a lot of things, a lot of questions, but I will give you a report as it comes down from the state. So that's pretty much all I have right now. We do have a possible candidate for the fiscal job that will be here we're looking for 3 to 4 days a week, 6 to 8 hours a day. We have somebody that is interested. They're going to come and talk with myself and Melanie on Monday. I will give you notice if this person is interested. She is interested, but she's a semi-retired accountant from Weirton. I have talked with her. She's going to come in on Monday, sit down, and just see how Melanie does the job. And I'll know something hopefully by Monday afternoon, Monday night, and I will let you know by the next council meeting if this is something she's going to take. And the goal was to have somebody here 3 days a week, 4 days a week, part-time. And so far, it seems to be that it's going to be what we're going to do and how it's going to happen. So she seems very interested. So I'll give you more info. She hasn't said anything yet, but that's kind of where we're at. That's all I have, if anybody has questions.
Jesse, I got a couple. Did you say the Big Lots complex is on the county?
Yes.
Water?
Yes.
Any thought of converting them over to us at all?
Well,
It's a discussion in progress.
yes.
Okay.
And I'm going to, I talked with the county on that, and I'll talk with Jake about that as well on, if we extend that line, because like I said, it was never extended. It was just, it went up to where the new high school was at.
Yeah.
So now the sewer line, it comes on the backside of Winters Drive underneath where G&G Motors is. It goes up to where the old car wash was and stops. So that's about 500 feet if we would extend that.
Okay.
So,
Discussions in progress.
Yes.
Okay. The other one was on the Main Street progress. I know it's early. Do you have like a construction time? Will they be like 8 to 4? Will they be working at night, or is it too early to tell on that
It's
yet?
usually going to be a daylight job, 8 to 4, 8 to 5,
Okay.
8 to 6 or whatever. Yes.
Will
unless-
additional resources from the Village of Wintersville be required? Would we have to supply extra police officers or anything at that?
we might, and I will, for traffic control, we can find out. Absolutely, chief
Okay.
will be involved in all that.
Okay. And last thing I had was on the tariff lift station. Do we have an estimated cost on that, or are we still working on that at this point?
So Teddy contacted 3 of the companies that we deal with pumps, and one guy responded to him. He's actually going to come down next week and look at it, because these pumps, you can't get them off the shelf.
Right.
But this company does have access to them, actually in northern Ohio. So he's going to come down and talk with Teddy and get a price, and we're going to order them. And as soon as I get the price, I can file a claim through AEP.
A couple of years ago, we had some flooding issues back there, which was basically like creek. It's like an I, just a drain, not related to this, correct? Not related, 2 different
Correct.
issues. Have we had any additional flooding back in that area since, not to your
No.
knowledge?
No.
Okay.
No.
Thanks, Jesse.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Jesse. Moving on to unfinished business. All right. Moving on to new business.
I got a couple things. Mr. Laukert and I went to the Seven Ranges meeting last night, and it was a pretty standard meeting. One of the things that they definitely talked about was the progress the Wintersville Fire Department has made in the acquisition of new equipment and how they're going to try to decal it up and prep it on up. So they got some new equipment, and that should be coming up soon. The other thing is, support your local businesses as much as you can. I'm going to tell you a little instance we had with my mother and her medicine. Long story short, we went to Diamond Pharmacy, and a lady there, a local pharmacy, and a woman there by the name of Lisa was very proactive, very concerning, and really got my mom's medicine situated in a way that there was some confusions between the doctors and the scripts, and they just showed you that hometown care. And just support your local businesses because they support you. And I wanted to say that. Jesse, have you heard anything? I had a phone call on the county, and it may have been like the health department wanting to check hot water tanks and installations of them, and they want to check your house every 5 years. Have you heard anything on this? Could you just reach out to maybe the commissioners or maybe the county health department and see what they may have in the pot there they're stirring up there to see what they got going?
Mm-hmm.
And no rush on that. Just whenever you have time. I know you're busy. Thanks, Jesse. Appreciate it. Oh, Memorial Day. Mike said it earlier. And listen, not only support your businesses, but support your local Legion, too. When it comes down to Memorial Day, all gave some, but some gave all. And that's what it was all about, Memorial Day. So thanks.
Thank you, Jason. Anybody else for new business?
I'm going to have to, if I could request an executive session to discuss both pending and also imminent litigation.
I'll put forth that motion.
To
Should we-
invite the mayor and the,
Yeah, invite the mayor and the administrator. Is there anybody else you need invited? Lou looks excited to maybe come on in. You don't need Lou?
Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yeah.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence? Yay. Ms. Dameron?
Yay.
Make a motion to come out of executive session.
Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yeah.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence? Yay. Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
All right. Moving on. New business still? Anybody got anything?
Just a question for consideration. The dates of our meetings, at least in June and July, is there any chance that either of those dates could potentially be moved? because the 3rd is right before the holiday weekend, and, well, the other one's first week in June, but just as a potential.
We'd have to make sure everybody can be here probably if we switch it. I'll send an email out.
Okay.
Anybody else for new business?
We need the motions to go over from the finance meeting.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
did you just want me to talk about these or
Just
put forth the motions?
put forth a motion because we already discussed it.
Okay, so we put forth a motion to adjust the wage adjustments of $1 for 5 employees, and they're in your packets. So,
I make a motion to adjust the wages for 5 public works employees.
Second.
I got a quick question on this. I wasn't at the meeting, but when it says, in the streets, in the middle of the first page, Austin Vanderborn, Street Department, 50%, you roll that all the way out to the end, it says 28,004, all right? So does that mean 50% of the 28,4 goes in the Street Department, and you go to the next page, sanitation, 28,4, 50% goes in there? So
It's 20 and 20.
Yep,
Yes.
okay, all right. And what was the adjustment proposal?
$1 for 5 employees.
No,
$1?
for 4. Alan's part-time, so Alan went straight to.
$2.35.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
yeah.
Because we don't pay him any benefits.
But with the amount of employees we have, this is beneficial for us.
So in 2020, we had 14 full-time public works employees, and currently we only have 9, with not adding any more. So we need to retain what we have.
Plus the healthcare savings.
And this is based on a straight-up 40, not out overtime. Overtime would be
Yeah,
on top of
just
it.
all around.
Yep, got it.
$8.
Any more questions?
Not from me, thanks.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence? Yay. Mrs. Damerman?
Yay.
And I believe the second one was the Public Works uniforms. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jesse. I believe they were given a per diem for work clothes or
Work boots.
Work boots.
Yep.
And Cintas gave you a price quote of $38.89.60 a year for 8 full-time employees, which includes shirts and pants.
Yes.
And that was cheaper than the actual, what we were paying out for the
Correct.
per diem. And the only thing we did add to that was $150 per person on an annual basis for boots.
Yes.
Once you get one pair of boots a year, that's it.
Yes.
So the employees will have a uniform.
Correct.
Which they will be required to wear.
Mm-hmm.
And that's $38,
3,000.
is that $3,000 a year? Now, sometimes on those, so it's 3,900.
So 500 times 8 is 4,000.
Okay.
So it's cheaper to do
Yep.
that than.
Yep. The one thing I would say is make sure we stay on alert. Sometimes those uniform companies will throw in that service charge for delivery or DEF or whatever. That would be on top of that, something we got to either negotiate out or, budget for. It's just one of those things that they get. Way to go, Jess. All right.
Also, they're barcoded, so if they would quit, then on their last check, it would be taken off of what they didn't bring back. Because every uniform is barcoded.
Yep.
So the village won't have to pay for anything, the employee will.
So I'll put forth the motion that we use Cintas and give a $150 boot allowance.
Second it.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence? Yay. Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
What was the boot allowance, 150?
Yes.
Yeah. And then the last one was the adjustment for the police department for, I believe, was it
6.
6 positions to bring them up to speed with the average cost, or average wage, which we're still way below. And I believe that was moving them up to, for those positions, it was $3 an hour.
Correct.
Yes.
Pending the vehicle, right?
Yes.
And we were getting new cruisers every year, so we were going to cut back on that. And we were going to also keep an eye on the overtime, because we are currently down 1 position, and then we will be down another position, I believe, in September for retirement.
If not sooner.
Yeah.
And no one's applied, or one applied that isn't certified, right?
Yeah, we only have 1 application out of the,
Yeah.
And currently, this is just referencing the officers, not any of the higher ranked.
yeah, this is not the chief, not the captain, not the lieutenant. This is all patrolmen.
Right.
We're hoping we get longevity out of these employees, since it's kind of hard to find police these days.
It's extremely hard.
Any questions?
We're still short 1, but soon to be 2.
Yeah.
There's one paid by the government, too.
Yeah. And then
75%?
Yep, the next hire will be under that COPS grant that we have. Since we don't have anybody that's applied yet, the next full-time officer will be paid under that. It'll be a 75-25 grant for 3 years. 75% government, us 25.
Well, and
And with-
Captain Fabian spoke about it and said that with our benefits that we don't contribute, so to offer, the increase of $3 almost puts us close to other areas if you tack in.
And with the police levy passing, their budget now has enough money to cover this. So,
And we're
going to cut out a cruiser
every other year.
every other year.
And we're full staffed, and we have to worry about somebody revolving doors, uniforms in and out. Everybody's still here.
Well, being completely funded by the police levy is absolutely key, and, we appreciate the residents of Wintersville supporting the cause of the police department.
We'll have a carryover as well.
Yeah, keep in mind, that
So it's
increase
beyond-
only brings them up to $22 an hour.
Yeah.
So we're still struggling with getting the wages up from the past, from when everybody was paid the same amount across the board.
Well, and like
from-
Melanie said, we'll have a large carryover still for 2026 with
Yeah.
this adjustment. So it's not that we're just spending all the levy money.
Correct. But we're still playing catch-up for equal wages.
So it's basically an adjustment on these
just
hourly
the- yeah,
positions
just
here,
the
the
19,
non-shaded. What
just
about
the
this guy
19.
right here? Oh, that's
No.
him too? Or no, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah,
and him?
yeah, and him.
Okay. Okay.
I'll put forth the motion of the $3 wage adjustment.
Second?
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence? Yay. Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Just so you're clear, council, we will do that with ordinances at the next meeting for both wage adjustments.
Correct.
And the only other thing that we talked about at the finance meeting was moving one of our administrators into the water department to help out there. And we're just going to pay her from from the water, the sewer, and the sanitation.
Different funds. Yep,
Yes.
correct.
No increase.
No.
But getting back to the police, if we didn't do this, then there would be overtime with people leave, so this is actually saving us money in the long run. So the raise is well worth it.
Sustainability.
Yeah.
Anybody else for new business? All right. Council, did you get time to look over the bills?
Yeah, I got a couple. There's like a double Cintas for 160. We know what's that? Is it just a typo?
Should be just a typo. That's just a monthly thing for the AEDs, 160.
And then there's 4 people with 2 of the same wages and never heard of their names. 845.30, 845.30, Eric, Seth, Terry, 834.60. Who are these people?
Those might be the
EOCC
extra,
guys.
extra help.
I just never seen the names.
Yep, EOCC, you'll see different names like every couple months.
And then this Fayette Park Services, 1900.
Napa.
That's Napa.
Didn't see the name, okay. That's all, thank you.
I got a question on the Klempner one for the restroom at the dog park. Was that the ones for the dogs that they worked on?
That was part of it, plus they updated some plumbing in the bathrooms. They put automatic flush valves in there. They had to do some different, they had to do some in-depth plumbing, but yeah, that's all of it. So we'll pull those water stations for the dogs in the fall, and we'll winterize all that stuff because that's what caused the issue. So
First time around, we didn't know.
yeah, we didn't know.
What's the status on the one side of the dog park that's hanging out there?
Only time will tell. We need more grass to grow in, so don't really have an update.
Even though it's already this high?
Yeah, in certain spots, we gotta let it settle still.
Okay.
Hopefully a couple weeks. All right. We need a motion to pay the bills.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano. Mr. Spence. Yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Excellent job, Mr. Clerk. A nice tan. Our next village council meeting will be Thursday, June 5th, 2025, at 7 p.m. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you.